Right, so obviously you found out you're in the B group at the Commonwealth Games. What happened? Just the whole thing, just go on send.
Me and Ray had a bit of a chat before we knew exactly what we were going to do. Training suggested I was on for 20, maybe 21, 22 kilo snatch. And the
22 would have been the British record at the time.
At the time, yeah. 121 was British record by Cameron Punjabi, Kazim's brother. And we decided we were going to put in Delhi. I got into the A group with I was in the A group with a 245 total.
Which is not.
With was it 245 total, which is not great for Commonwealth Games. So we were like, right, okay, what won the last Commonwealth Games? So we had a little look and we thought, right, what's gonna get us in the A group but not make us look like we're going for a medal, like 265. Yeah, we'll put 265 and 260, 265. Anyway, Ray went to the technical meeting and put it in. Thought, right, that's bolt on A group. And what we were planning to do was look like we weren't gonna be going for a medal. Then all of a sudden,
pop out a big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it ruins other competitors. And
want us to be a bit tactical with it. Like I'm very my arousal level in competition. I can't go if I want a 125 snatch. Yeah. I can't go out and open on 115. It just doesn't excite me. I have to.
You need the big ones to. Yeah. I know it feels like that.
I want a 120 opener. Yeah. So we thought, right, we'll go in at 1845. We were really happy with 1845 as openers. So at the time I was in the food hall with Svenny, and him and Brad had been and bought like these motorised scooters. So me and Svenny are just like whizzing around like the whole games village on these little scooters. We've been for food, and I get a phone call off Ray. Where are you? Get some food. Why? You need to come see me. So I'm thinking, what's this about now? It sounded pretty serious, like.
Yeah.
So I made off to his apartment. Sonny comes with me and park bikes up outside, not scooters up outside.
Yeah.
And we go up and he goes, look, I got some mad news for you. Well, what's that? Have a look at that start list. Outrageous, he says. So I looked at it. 285, 285, 280, 280, 280, 278, and I'm thinking, my name's not on that.
Yeah. Were these the Indians, Sri Lankans?
Indian, Sri Lankan, Cyprus.
Yeah.
All putting in 280s, 285s. They're big numbers to be putting in for a 62 kilo Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I think the cut off was 266. Or 266, and we put in 265. I look into the B group and I'm not even top of the B group. And I can remember thinking, right, okay, no one's going to do 280. No one will do 280. It's just, we looked at past results, do you know what I mean? I think the last person to do something like that was Marcus Stevens. Mm-hmm. And he had a ridiculous clean and jerk, like a 265 or a 267 clean and jerk at 62.
Yeah.
So I said, alright, don't worry about it. I said, I can remember saying to Ray, just imagine seeing the papers, Evans takes medal from B group.
Yeah.
I said,
it's
been done.
It's been games. Exactly, it's been done.
People have done it.
Especially when everyone in the A group's looking at each other and forgetting that there's a B group still to be beaten.
Yeah.
Rybakov was known for doing it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. I thought, do you know what? I dieted hard. Everything was on point. Training was good. Everything was. I was adamant I was good enough to win a medal. Mm-hmm. told myself, I decided like,
Yeah.
you're going to win a medal. And I remember having to phone everyone because everyone had got tickets for the A group. And I can remember having to phone everyone and going like, look, this is like a day, 2 days before.
Yeah.
2 days before our second day. 2 days before, going like, look, you're going to have to change all your tickets. So like, I got onto my mum and my mum was flipping. What? No, you can't. I've got A group tickets, blah, blah, blah. I've got medal ceremony tickets and everything.
Yeah.
And all my friends that were coming up, luckily they managed to change a lot. But I think the B group tickets were that cheap. I think they were like 12 quid or something, 15 quid. So the vast majority of people just bought B group tickets as well.
Yeah. Was it on the same day? Was it afternoon and evening? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Which after a World Championships or something, it's not, is it?
So I can't remember what time the A group was supposed to be at. Either 5 or 7. And I'd been moved to 9 in the morning.
Oh.
So I tried to put a positive spin on it, and I thought, well, at least I'm going to be able to eat in the morning.
Yeah. You're not going to have to sit there starving all
I'm
day.
not going to have to sit there and starve all day.
It's not good for clean and jerk, is it?
So it's not. On the day it wasn't good for snatch, but I went and I turned up and I weighed in, and I was put in that situation again where there was a room full of beds.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? I'm not even going to entertain this room today. And I just sacked that room right off, and I went and sat in a little athlete lounge. And I was sat there with Simon and Ray, and it was really, really nice. The fact that Simon was performance director of Welsh weightlifting then.
And that comes back to when he was first introduced to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I had my coach of 12 years, and the guy that got me into weightlifting in the warm-up room with me that day, which was really nice. I can remember sitting in this little athlete area, and there was just me and Jaswan and the English coaches in there. So like we're having a little bit of a chat and a laugh, and David Goldstrom came in. He was asking me a few questions, like, you know, for
That's the Eurosport commentator for anyone who's not heard of him.
And I was having a chat with him, and he was like, you know, you're very like upbeat and happy, and you know, it's early in the morning, surely you should be. Nah, I just want to enjoy this now, like, you know what I mean? So we went and lifted, and I got my opening snatch and thought everything was good in the world.
Which was 18.
Which was 18.
It was easy, wasn't it, as well?
Oh,
yeah. I think Goldstrom said as well, you're good for 24, 25.
Yeah.
To be fair, which I did think when I was watching it as well. Sorry, but
no, it's all good.
You did look good. The 18 was just like bang.
Yeah, it was strange though, because I hadn't planned to follow myself.
Yeah.
Obviously, like British Championships and stuff, it's something that I do regularly. Hadn't planned to follow myself. Ended up following myself. Missed my 2 snatches at 20, which were particularly frustrating at the time. But I'm very good at forgetting a lift, and there's another job to do. So I can remember the warm-up room was literally, you had the stage, and then a big massive panel and a strip of platforms behind. So there was literally just like a partition separating you from the competition. It was so hot.
It was a hot summer as well, wasn't it?
It was so hot in there. And I can remember giving myself 5 scoops of pre-workout. Yeah? And I thought, oh, that'll do me for snatch and clean and jerk. But because it was so hot, I'd seen off all 5 scoops of this pre-workout. And then, I don't know if you use pre-workout yourself?
Don't, but I know you can itch your face. And
yeah, well, I got to the point where sometimes you can have too much pre-workout and it just kind of like... And I got like that, and I thought, I'm going to need some more pre-workout. So I give myself like another 3 scoops of pre-workout, like for clean and jerk. And I saw that off warming up, and I can't remember what kind of lead I had on the snatch. I think it was 2 or 3 kilos. I think someone had snatched 15 or 16, and the clean and jerk the warm up just seemed to last forever. And there's people missing lifts and following themselves and changing weights. I can just remember thinking, like, I just want to get out there and just get a clean and jerk in. And when it eventually came round, I was just absolutely wired off my head on pre-workout. I remember going out for the 47, and cleaning is something I've never really had an issue with because I've always squatted big. I've got a pretty big squat. Never ever had any problem standing up with anything. I stood up with 47. I can just remember in the space of about a second going from being able to see stuff to just like I could feel
it's a bit spaced.
Yeah, a little bit spaced out. I just thought I've got to try and get this off my chest now, or it's not going to come off. But missed it. A little bit dizzy, wobbled off to the back of the platform, and went into the back. Now I didn't realise at the time, but I looked like I didn't know what was going on when I sat down. When I obviously watched it back, I was a little bit sort of like blinking, big deep breaths, Ray's fanning me with a towel and stuff, and sent me back out on 47, and I absolutely nailed it. Like, looked like a training weight. Went back into the back, happy, total, buzzing. But that was a British record.
Was that total as well? Or
that clean and jerk was a British record.
But was the clean and jerk and total as well?
Total as well.
So 2 British records in that lift.
Yeah. So I'd opened with a British record, and then I'd been queued up for 150. I've been queued up for it. Like, obviously I wanted to do more than 150, but only one lift left. Wanted to make sure I got it in. We had a little chat. 268 total, not too shabby. Still a good total. So I went out and nailed 150. It was only when I've watched it back if you find it's on YouTube, the 62 class. If you watch actually how long I got between that 47 and that 150, I don't know what the loaders were doing, but I must have got best part of 3 minutes, which was great for me following myself.
Yeah.
And I went out and nailed it, and I can just remember, I knew from the second that bar came off my chest, I knew that jerk was nailed. And I can remember holding a bar over my head, and the way the Clyde Auditorium was, there was a big floor space and then like a horseshoe stand above it. And I'd been out at the beginning of the competition and saw a load of people I'd known, my mum and dad, and Will and Paddy, Sam Henderson and all that, were all sat there. Some other friends, and I can remember having 150 above my head and just looking up at them. And I put the bar down, and I just don't know what happened. I just went a bit nuts. Yeah. Just ran around a little bit, and all the England guys were sat in the front row. So Ben Watson, Jack, Sonny, I think Mercy Brown was there, Owen, Chris Freebury. Yeah. They were all sat there in the front row, and I can just remember like running down the front, like just pointing at them all. And Ben was screaming, and everyone was going mad. It was at the time probably the best lift of my life. I enjoyed that more than any lift I did at the Olympic Games.
Did you think you had a medal?
I wasn't thinking about it at the time, and I think I won the B group by about, it was something ridiculous, like 14 kilos. Yeah. It might have even been a little bit more than that. And I went into the back, went and did mix zone and things like that, and then I went and had a beer. I hadn't had a beer in like 4 months. Yeah. Which, for anyone who knows me, is like, you know, I enjoy a beer. Yeah, I hadn't had a beer in quite a while, so I went and had a beer with my mum and dad, a few friends, Went back to the village, got some stuff together, went back and watched the A group. I was sat in the athlete zone, and I can remember Brian Davis, the shifter mission for Wales, coming to watch it with a few of the Welsh staff. And we were all sat in the crowd, and I was sat a little bit further away. I was sat next to Jazz, sat next to Jazz watching the A group. And people were missing lifts and finishing with 255, 258 totals. Every time someone had finished like their last lift and hadn't beaten me, I was going to Ray. I was like, he was sat further down, row behind. Never won.
Never one down.
Never one gone. Like
people that shouldn't have really been in the A group though.
Yeah.
What did they do? Just bump their totals up so high and then couldn't get their opens, and that was it.
I think I was the only person in the whole, definitely in the top half of the competition that actually finished with more than what they posted. And then it got a little bit scrappy then. I think maybe it might have been a couple of lifters have looked and gone, been a 268 then in the B group. And then obviously like pushed to try and beat that. Two lads were very close to bombing out. And it got to the point where there was probably only four lifters, there was only 4 lifters left. And I'm still sat like sitting pretty like first or second.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't until then where this is going to happen, like. And people were missing lifts, and I was just looking over at Ray, and Ray was just looking over at me. And it started off as a bit of a joke, but then obviously, it got a little bit serious. And I can remember it coming down to 2 lads, and they both missed 2 clean and jerks. And they had clean and jerks to stay in the competition, and they got them. And ultimately, they were lads that finished 3rd and 4th.
And you finished 5th.
And I finished 5th, 3 kilos behind the medal. It was horrible. It was sickening. Me and Jack Oliver had quite a chat in a taxi on the way out to go and have a drink after he'd lifted. But obviously he had quite a similar thing. Slightly different circumstances, but missed out on the medal by a kilo. Like between us, 4 kilos have stopped the 2 of us getting medals.
Yeah, Jack was all set ready for a medal, and then Tunde came out and he looked like he was having an awful day, and then he sat up at 7 kilos.
My mate Francois.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a strange day. I think the thing, I don't regret anything about what I did and how it happened. You know, it is what it is, and that's the way sport goes. I still had an enjoyable day on the platform. I'm a little bit upset I didn't get to lift in front of the full packed house that the A group did, but you know, it's just made me even more focused for Gold Coast.